use tech modalities here. We all know that India is leading the software development in the world as of now. And Bangalore, our own Silicon Valley, is home to a lot of startups. So we partnered with one of the leading startups from that area, Datakalp, who works a lot of image analytics there. What do you mean by image analytics? Image analytics is analyzing the images to find out whether they are meeting certain predefined algorithm. For example, if it's a X-ray and we are comparing that with the predefined algorithm, whether it is meeting the tuberculosis kind of picture. So we use the same technology here, and we said, why don't we create an algorithm which monitors the hand washing steps in the real time and provide the feedback so that anybody who is coming to that particular wash basin gets the real time feedback. And I'm happy to report that this AI-based devices were installed atop the wash basin outside the labor room to provide 24/7 real-time feedback on the various WHO steps for hand hygiene. The beauty was that the entire data was anonymous. It was not that Surendra is washing, so Surendra will be displayed, and then Ram is washing, or Preeti is washing. No, it was only focusing on your hands, and it was only looking at whether all the steps were followed in that particular hand wash. And then over the course of the day, how many hand washes were done and how many made the compliance requirement as per defined guidelines. So that this anonymous data will help the facility to gauge their own compliance without revealing person's identity, so also ensuring the security and sanctity. So this anonymous data on frequently missteps were compiled in dashboards and discussed. Apart from providing the real-time feedback to the person who was washing their hand, the compiled data was shared with the facility in the form of dashboards so that they can decide. For example, I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation. In a particular facility, people stop washing, say, maybe their wrist or maybe their knuckle spaces, and that is the frequently observed the missteps. So the facility can go back to the entire team and talk about those steps. So the average compliance on those steps can be improved, and as a result, overall hand hygiene compliance can be improved in the facility. So these devices were used in addition to a monitoring tool as an aid to training, because anybody who is coming for those training, for example, SBA training, they will be taken to that particular wash basin and they can wash their hands, and then they will see whether what all the steps they are missing. I'll show the video in the next slide, and it will become more clearer. And there is a research ongoing on this human-centered design approach using these devices, and preliminary findings are suggesting improvement across all 7 sites. As you can see in the adjoining bar graph, we started in October 2021 collecting this data, and by December, you can see the average bar has increased. The trend line you can see also is on the upper side. So it shows that yes, some improvement has happened, and that improvement has consolidated. You can see the bars are adjoining, bars are remaining on the higher side, and then there are fluctuations, but even then the facility is going back to the better performance going forward. The below graph, the yellow graph that you are seeing, is across the 24 hours in a day for a particular facility, how the compliance is improving or decreasing. You can see the highest compliance is just above 50%, and that is around 20,000 hours, 2,000 hours, which is like 8 p.m. in the day. And the lowest compliance you can see is around the early morning, 5 o'clock. Again, this is if we are taking a human approach, it is not possible to watch and document and deliver feedback for each and every hand wash. But the technology is making it possible to document and record all those hand washes, so we can know what is the time frame which require maximum nozzles to ensure the compliances, because the infection is not going to wait for us to intervene. It will get on the first possible opportunity and infect the person who is coming to the facility. Without taking much of time, I think I'm already late in the presentation section, so I will try to minimize the time. So I've taken from the library of all the hand washes which are done over last 6 months. I just picked 2 examples. one for the bad hand wash and one for the good hand wash. I'll just show the video and it will become clearer to you what I mean by a bad hand wash and what I mean by a good hand wash. You can see here a person is washing, and whatever step they are doing correctly, it is also being displayed on the side. So there is a tab attached to the device which is also nudging them that you need to follow this activity. जैसे हिंदी में आ रहा है हाथ बदले, तो हाथ बदल के दूसरे हाथ को, जो भी थोड़ी देर पहले प्रीति जी बता रही थी, वो सारी बातें यहाँ पे बताई जा रही हैं. And then they are also, if they are not doing those particular activity, then it will be marked as a cross. If they are doing those activity, then it will be created as a green tick. So you can see in this particular hand wash, out of the total 9 steps which we kind of identified, 5 were done, 4 were missed. Average duration was 51 seconds. And then because this score is displayed in front of the person, and if they found the machine is not reading them correctly, because machine is machine, it needs to learn. So if the feedback is wrong, they can always talk to their labor in charge, and then they can go back to the developing team that the feedback is not coming correctly, and they can look into the algorithm, and if the algorithm is wrong, it can be corrected. So this is a good hand wash. As you can see, there is no face visible, so the person who is washing their hand, we cannot identify. So that is ensuring the person's privacy. And these are like auto-recorded video. We did not prompt them that we are recording them, but everybody knew that they are being recorded. So since they are being recorded 24/7, the apprehension to the video also went away once the device was there for 2 to 3 months. Initially, they were apprehensions, but once it became part and parcel of their daily life, people were totally, I should say, aloof to the idea of having a machine washing them all the time. This person followed all those steps. The average time taken was, total time taken by this person was 74 seconds. And then again, even if that feedback, if she or he found that it was wrong, they can go back to their labor in charge.